Well, I'm working with one institution right now where we've had some good internal debates of saying, okay, we've got a CMS that right now most of the university can use if it wants to and if it needs to. Not everybody realizes that they do need to be publishing through it, or that they need to be in the mindset of a publisher anyhow. So it's really the marketing department that's kind of getting everybody on the same page, educating them, saying, okay, if you're a new content creator, new to the university, or if you've been newly endowed with these responsibilities, this is the kind of training that you need to go through. Here's how you need to be certified to use the CMS, and if you're going to be using it to address different pages, whether they're department level landing pages, or creating smaller, more modular content chunks that we'll be reusing in a lot of different ways. This is the level of certification or sort of like clearance that you need in order to do that. So they've implemented kind of their own policies to support their content strategy and to support their tools, and it's marketing that's owning it in that case.
A good example that I would consider to be in progress. You can't necessarily see the benefits or the results from it, this example yet, but some good things are happening behind the scenes are with University of Georgia and their Terry College of Business. And I've been working with them a bit in the context of a redesign and reimagining of their site for the whole College of Business and the MBA programs in particular. And so it's at a little bit different phase than Margot is talking about, but also an important phase. So in other words, their redesign is not just about design. They realize that they need to really focus on the content. Content's a big part of their challenge, and if they want to have this great new experience online, and if they want to attract the right kinds of candidates to their MBA programs and really support a smooth application experience and all of these good things, they're going to have to fix problems with their content. So we've been able to be a little bit of a bridge between the interactive and IT side, the people who kind of manage the website, kind of the central marketing folks, and then the stakeholders within the MBA programs themselves. And it's been, I would say, a challenge, but a rewarding challenge to kind of bring everyone together around, a strategy for their content, some key messages, some rhyme and reason as to why maybe they don't need so much content in certain areas, and maybe they need to explain, the benefits of their program, and maybe address some basic questions like, why get an MBA?
Little things like that.
Right, exactly. It's been really exciting to see kind of the light bulbs go off as we work with these different stakeholders and make suggestions and recommendations, and see see just things click once people, at least we're finding, once people kind of get exposed to some of the rhyme and reason behind content strategy, whether it's on the side of figuring out what you're going to say and why, or on the side of how you're going to best use this content management system you've got, it just really clicks and makes a lot of sense, and people get it, and you get some positive momentum going. So University of Georgia, I would say, is in progress as a good example. And then I think you've already talked with my brother-in-law, Tim Jones.
Yeah. Well, Georgie has,
Yeah.
At NC State.
Yeah.
He's always into something new and exciting in and around content, and he's really been doing a lot of work to educate stakeholders and to really kind of elevate the importance and value of content, and really anything creative for the university. So that's another good example.
I think a couple others that I want to add to the mix that don't have any family connection whatsoever.
No nepotism.
Yeah, no nepotism. Marquette University in Milwaukee. I've actually had the opportunity to consult with them a little bit, but some of the work that they're doing around content strategy, as far as getting on a set editorial calendar, implementing editorial style guidelines, and certainly how that's coming through in their use of videography, so not just in copy, as well as in social media as a whole. That's working really well for them. And I think they're also a very good example of how the internal workings of their, their Office of Corporate Communications, Office of School Communications, how it's supporting their content strategy. It seems like it's set up really well as far as having the right people on staff, all collaborating, all talking to each other, even though it's about 30-some people that manage communications and PR and media involvement for the entire university. It just seems like that workflow and the resourcing is working out really well for them to support their content strategy. And then I guess another one that I want to mention, Notre Dame, University of Notre Dame. I've been referencing them online a lot lately, as far as what they're doing with their main desktop site, and I think it's a very good example of responsive design as far as how it works on a mobile device, how it works on an iPad, if you resize the screen. It's a very good example of content strategy within a responsive design that is adaptive, and it reflects, I'm sure, some good training in the background to teach people how to write for that and create content and publish content for those different sort of technical specifications. I don't know anybody on the inside there, but the output of what they're doing certainly reflects a good content strategy at work.
Whoever you are, you're